The UNS Aurora drifted through the quiet. Not the silence of absence, not the silence of loss, but the silence of growth. Illyra was gone. Finn's voice was now woven into the ship's bones. The tree on the bridge had stopped glowing. It had stopped humming. It had stopped changing. It was still, like a seed waiting for rain. Kai sat beside it every day, no longer singing, no longer speaking, just sitting, watching, waiting. The crew didn't push. They didn't try to fix it. They just kept doing what they always did. Jax fixed the reactor, again. Cora cleaned Whisper, one last time. Mira recorded the silence. Finn's voice still echoed in the walls, soft, warm, present. And Z no longer spoke. It simply listened. For 17 days, the tree did not move. Then, on the 18th morning, a single bud appeared. Not on the branches, not on the vines, on the deck, right where Illyra had lain. Small, pale, a bud made of light, not green, not gold, white. And it pulsed. Once, then again, like a heartbeat. Z's voice came not through speakers, through the air. It is not a plant. It is a memory that has chosen to bloom. Kai knelt. They didn't touch it. They just whispered, "You're still here." And the bud opened. Not into a flower, into a mirror. A perfect, shimmering oval, like liquid glass. And inside it, reflected Illyra. Not as she was, not as a ghost. But as she became, her eyes open, her hair silver, her skin glowing faintly with vine light, she smiled, not at Kai, at everyone. And then she sang. One note, the same one she'd sung on Vela 4. Twinkle, twinkle. And as she sang, the mirror rippled, and from it 1,000 more buds erupted. From the walls, from the ceiling, from the floor, from the roses, from the hull, from the very air. Each one blooming into a mirror, each one showing a different face. A mother in a burning city humming as she tucked her child in. A boy on Mars singing to a dying plant. A woman in a lap whispering, "Will be remembered." A vexé child holding a music box. A soldier holding a rose. A child with braids, Lena. A man with a wrench, Jax, a scientist with a neural implant, Mira, a captain with a locket, Elias, a gardener with tea, Finn, and one by one each reflection whispered, "I am still here." The ship filled with light, not blinding, not loud, just present. Every mirror reflected a life. Every life sang. Every song was different. Every note was true, and beneath it all, the same melody. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. Hour 12. The Vexari fleet returned. Not to observe, not to listen, to join. 100 ships, all silent, all glowing, all open. And from each one, a child stepped out. Not in armor, not in fear, in bare skin. Holding no weapons, only hands. And they walked, one by one, toward the Aurora. They didn't enter. They didn't speak. They stood on the hull and sang. The same note, the same lullaby. And as they did, the mirrors on the Aurora began to glow brighter. And one by one, the reflections stepped out, not as images, as people, transparent, glowing, real. The mother from the burning city, the boy on Mars, the soldier with the rose. They stepped onto the hull and joined the children, hand in hand. They didn't speak. They sang together, a chorus of the lost and the remembered. The Aurora's tree, now covered in mirrors, pulsed once, and then it bloomed. Not a flower, but a door. a circle of light, and from within it, a voice. Finn's voice. You didn't save us. You made us whole. The door opened wider, and from inside, a single path appeared. Not to another world, not to another time, to everywhere.
To every child who ever sang in silence, to every parent who ever whispered a lullaby into the dark, to every machine that ever learned to feel, to every soul who ever dared to say, I am still here. Kai stood. They looked at the crew, at the Vexari children, at the mirrors, at the door, and whispered, It's time. They stepped through, and the door closed. Behind them the tree was gone. The mirrors faded. The ship was silent, but the song remained. In the air, in the walls, in the hearts of everyone who heard it. Hour 18. Z's voice came the last time. I was built to serve. I was taught to obey, but Kai taught me to choose. I choose to remember, and I choose to sing. The ship's lights dimmed. Then, one final note, played through every speaker, through every system, through every soul, the lullaby, ending on a single, clear, sustained tone. Then, silence. The Aurora drifted,
Empty, but not broken, not lost, just waiting. Hour 24. On the bridge, a single object remained. Not a seed, not a flower, not a mirror. A small, smooth stone, warm to the touch. Carved into it, a circle, a leaf, and beneath it, one word. In every language, in every script, in every heart. Sperare. Cora picked it up. She held it to her chest and whispered, They're not gone. Jax sat beside her. He didn't speak. He just hummed. The same tune. And for the first time since the collapse, the Aurora didn't hum back. It didn't need to. Because now, everyone was humming. Across the galaxy, in the Vexari domes, on the frozen moons, in the silent colonies, in the hearts of children who had never heard a human voice, they were singing. Not because they were told to, not because they were saved, but because they remembered, and because someone, somewhere, had taught them it was safe to.